abstract. Yeah, it's complicated. What you say, the way you act. Well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind? My heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there's a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. How it hurts to see you smile, like a dagger in me. She just seems so juvenile. I just want it to be me. I wanna set your world on fire. Oh, you're so sure I'll stick around. Oh, my heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there's a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. Oh, even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's be free with me. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the kickoff party for the Card Maker Success Camp Beginner Edition. I am so excited to see you guys here. I've been looking in the chat, seeing all the comments. Thank you so much for joining us live. Looks like we've got about 125 people on right now, which is so incredible. Let me just put some of the stuff out of the way. All right, you guys, thank you for joining us. So we are going to be doing so much in the next hour that put on your roller skates, because friends, we are going to go over everything, and we are going to be successful in our card making journey by the end of this week. And I'm so excited that you are joining us. For those of you who are watching the replay, welcome as well. If you've got any questions, do me a favor and join the Facebook group where you can ask the questions there. But if you are in live, if you're watching this live right now, I want you to do me a favor. If you have any questions throughout the next hour, please put the word question in all capital letters before your actual question, so that when we are finished with the session and we want to go back and try to answer some of your questions, Harriet's going to be able to pick that out much easier than trying to hunt and peck and try to find the questions. So do me a favor, put the word question in capital letters, and then whatever your question is, and we're going to try to answer all of your questions. Hopefully, with all of the information that we're going to be sharing today, you're not going to have a whole lot of questions, because I promise you, we are going to be very, very thorough today. All right, now this is going to be an incredible week where you are going to be taking action. And what that action means is that you are taking a step forward in making your card making journey that much more successful. We are going to get down to the basics, the foundationals of everything that you need to know, learn to be successful with card making. All right, we are also streaming this particular kickoff live party on our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook business page. We find that it's a lot easier to chat and engage in the chat on our YouTube channel. So if you're really interested in chatting, be sure to hop over to our YouTube channel, which you can find by searching Stamp Me Some Love on YouTube, and you should be able to find the live right there. All right, awesome. All right. Other thing to note is that this replay is going to be up all week, so you have a place to come back to if you've got any questions about how the summit's going to run, how to do bingo, how to get your homework turned in, all of that sort of stuff. So you can come and watch this video anytime you want this week. Now, this is going to be an incredible week, as I've mentioned before, and you are going to be taking lots of action this week. You're going to be building a solid foundation for your card making journey alongside hundreds, if not thousands, of other card makers. I want to know who is ready. Who is ready to take this week and really put some focused action this week in becoming a better card maker? Please tell me in the comments below if you are ready. Say ready, or give me a hands up type emoji, whatever. Oh, thank you so much. Everybody says they're ready. I'm super excited. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to go over today. So we are going to, I'm going to do a quick little introduction to me. If you haven't met me before, we're going to talk about how the camp is going to work. We'll talk about what the training sessions are going to be and what your homework assignments are going to look like. We'll talk about how you can win prizes playing bingo. We will have what to do if you've got questions, where you can ask those questions. And then at the end, we're going to have a little Q&A time here. Again, as a reminder, everybody, please put the word question in front of your question. All right, you guys. Now, I am super curious. Of those who are on live right now, looks like we're up to 172 now. How many of you are newbies to either me or to our events? So if you're a newbie, if this is the first time you have first time you've ever engaged in one of our activities, whether it's the Card Maker Success Summit, our membership, all of that stuff, this is the first time, I want you to put newbie in the chat. So just type newbie. And if this is the first time that you've attended camp, it's not the first time you are around our events, but the first time you attended camp, then I want a big thumbs up in the emoji. So if you're a newbie, put newbie. If this is the first time you've been to camp, thumbs up emoji. So we've got lots of newbies there. That is awesome. So excited about that. You know, I really love working with new card makers. I love teaching them. And sometimes, you know, when we're doing these events, we never know if we're going to be reaching out to new people. So this is super exciting that you guys are either new to us or new to the camp. And I'm going to give you a little fun fact. So, you know, I know about how many people we have interacted with over the last, oh gosh, we've been doing this since 2021. And it's not when I started this business, but it's definitely when we started making our events. And we will occasionally do like a Facebook ad to our events. And Facebook has this little thing that it will allow you to choose like certain target audiences, if you will. And in this case, card making is the target audience that we obviously want to get in front of. And it tells me what their estimated audience size is for that particular target audience. And if you would believe that Facebook has identified over 2 million people, and I'm pretty sure that's just United States, who are into card making. Can you guys believe that, really? 2 million people in the United States. And I think I have come in contact with, either through email or social media, whatever, probably only about 100,000 of you guys, maybe a little bit more. But that's incredible. 2 million card makers on Facebook. So I'm super glad that you guys have made it to this place where you have found me, because there's lots of noise going on the internet. And sometimes, you know, for us small content creator type businesses, it's hard for us to stand out and hard for us to meet new people. So I'm super excited for you guys to be here and be able to experience our events firsthand. All right, well, without further ado, I'm going to introduce myself if you don't know me already. My name is Brandi Mahon. I'm the creative owner of Stamp Me Some Love blog, shop, and academy. I have been teaching since 2018. I got my start when I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I always tell people that Stampin' Up! Was kind of like the gateway drug, if you will, into becoming a card maker and then eventually a card maker teacher. I have participated in design teams as well as created sponsored content for different major craft brands. And I'm also the host of the highly successful Card Maker Success Summit and our Card Maker Success Monthly Membership. And by the way, speaking of members, I would love to see in the chat if you are a current member of our monthly membership. Put a thumbs up emoji in the chat, letting me know that you guys are already in the membership. I love to see all of our members. They come on live and they do such a good job helping each other and sharing information and stuff. Look at that. Oh, there's Carla, Lynn, Maria. Awesome. So glad you guys are here. Perfect. All right. Well, it goes without saying that I love being creative and I love helping others find their creative voice and their passion for crafting, card making, all the things. Now, what I'm really passionate about is helping beginners just like you get started in this wonderful world of card making and to be successful. You know, there's nothing like starting a new hobby, getting all excited about it. And then once you start doing it, you don't have any direction, you feel not successful. And you feel like, wow, I just wasted a lot of money on XYZ supplies or XYZ training. And I really am not creating anything that I thought I would be creating. And so you guys have a special place in my heart because everyone was a beginner at one point. I know I was, and I know that getting a successful start in any type of hobby really comes down to that foundational training. And having a place where you can go to and ask questions and get those questions answered is it's gold. It's just like, you know, finding that thing that you just really click with and finding your people. You know, I think card makers are a special breed, if you ask me. And finding other card makers that are just like you, kind of learning, getting their feet wet, figuring out what they like, what they don't like, what kind of supplies they should use, what kind of techniques they should try. That's what this camp is all about, is just figuring out what makes you a card maker and how you're going to be successful with it. Now, if you have not already registered, you definitely need to register for the camp. So if you just happened upon this video and you're like, what the heck is Brandi talking about? It is our Card Maker Success Camp Beginner Edition. So you can go to stampmesomelove.com/beginner camp and get all of the details. Now, one of the reasons why you definitely need to register is because we are not going to be publicizing our training to the public. You have to have your ticket in order to get access to it. Now, the kickoff call, this call right here will live on YouTube all week long, so you'll have plenty of time to come back and review the information. But all of our trainings, all of that's going to happen on our website, and all of the interactions and stuff is going to happen inside our Facebook group. So you definitely need to go and get your ticket. It is free to attend. You can go to stampmesomelove.com/beginner camp and go ahead and sign up. All right, now let's talk about how the camp is going to work. So each day we are going to have a live training, and I'm going to send you an email each day with all of the details. I'll tell you about what the topic is, why it's important. I'll give you a heads up about what your homework is going to be for that day, and then I'll give you links to any related materials that you're going to need. Now, what I do recommend is that you add our email address to your contacts. I need to take a drink of water. Hold on a second. All right. Because you definitely don't want to miss the emails. And you definitely want to make sure that our emails are coming to your inbox rather than going into spam, or worse yet, your email provider not even delivering them to you, which does happen sometimes. So, I mean, we send out thousands of emails every day during this camp. And sometimes email providers are a little fussy about that. And they think, ooh, this is a spammer, which obviously I'm not. And we want to make sure that you have all of the information. So do me a favor, open up your email, Gmail or Yahoo or Outlook or whatever you're using, and just add us as a contact. That's the easiest thing you can do. And it kind of ensures that the email provider that you're using will see, oh, support at Stamp Me Some Love. That must be something important to them because they've added it to their email contact list. All right. Now, we will have live trainings Monday through Thursday. They will all be formatted similarly, and all of the times will be in Eastern time zone. So the same time zone as New York, that's where we're going to be. And I think right now we're in EDT, Eastern Daylight Time Zone, I think. I never can get that straight. And I inevitably always put the wrong EST, EDT on emails or on web pages or whatever the case may be. So definitely just know that we're in the same time zone as New York. Now, there is going to be a page for each day's training. And on that page, we will have a chat. Now, there is a limitation to this, and it only allows us to have 1,000 people on at the same time in the chat. Now, I don't think we're going to hit that max, but just be aware of it. So if for some reason you can't get into the chat, then just wait a while. Some people come, some people go, try it again, and inevitably you'll probably be able to get in. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Before we had a limit of 250. We increased that to 1,000, and I don't think we've ever had anybody complain that they weren't able to get in. But if for some reason this just sort of blew up overnight and I wasn't aware of it, and we had that many people coming on, just be aware of that. Now, if the chat is full, you still get to watch the training. The training will still play, but you definitely want to make sure that you get there early to get a good seat. All right, now we have a couple of different posts that I need to make you aware of. I'm going to do some screen sharing. Wait a minute, back up. I skipped something. Back up. All right. Each day we're going to be live at 1 o'clock. All right. So we're going to be 1 o'clock EDT. I'm going to do a short but sweet training. We're probably going to take about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on the day. And I'm going to give you a piece of homework each day for you to go out and do. And it probably will not take you more than 30 minutes. Now, obviously, if you get to the training part of or the technique day, which is day 2, and you want to practice more, obviously you can spend more time than 30 minutes. But I don't want this to be kind of like this big project that you have to do this week. They're going to be short, actionable homework steps for you. All right, now I can talk about the posts. So I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share, but I'm going to tell you first, there's basically 3 different types of posts that you really need to pay attention to. First is the daily homework assignment post. Then there's going to be a bingo call to action post. That's like when your bingo card asks you to post your aha moment or your testimonial or something like that. That's called a bingo call to action. And then the third type of post is your actual bingo card that you're going to post. Now, I'm going to talk all about bingo in a minute, but I do want to share with you what these posts look like inside the Facebook group. So let me go ahead and, oh, looky there. Harriet's got it. She's on it. All right. So that's the graphic, Harriet. But let me go ahead and share the actual, I've got the Facebook page pulled up here. So let's see. 1 second. All right. So this is what the link or the post is going to look like for your day 1 homework. Now, incidentally, all of our day activities are all color coordinated. So everything that's happening on day 1 is pink. Everything that's happening on day 2, I think, is like a blue-green. Everything happening on day 3 is purple, if I'm not mistaken. And then everything on day 4 is yellow. So this is the day 1 crafty post. Now, you're not going to see this just yet because it's scheduled and it's not going to go live until it looks like about 21 hours. So it'll go live at 1 o'clock tomorrow. All right, now let's go ahead and remove that. The next one I want to show is, let's see here. Okay, the next one I want to show is an example of a bingo call to action. So for example, this one is post who your accountability partner is and then tag them. So this is something that you have to do in order to mark off one of the squares on bingo. And so this is where you're going to do that. Again, you're not going to see this in the Facebook group right now because it's not going to be live until tomorrow at noon. So that's what that's going to look like. The last one I want to share with you is what the bingo post, the bingo card post looks like. So let me pull that up real quick. All right. Now, each day you're going to have a place that you can post your bingo card. This is probably one of the most important posts of the day. So once you've gone through your bingo card, and again, we're going to go over all of this in a second, you're going to actually post in the comments a picture of your bingo card. So that could either be a screenshot or you take a photo of your bingo card, but that is the post that you're going to post your bingo card. Now, why is that important? Well, because that's the post that we're going to go to pull our bingo winners for the day. If you go ahead and try to post your bingo card in a random post, we're probably going to decline it because we don't want to clog up the feed with just all these random posts. So definitely you want to check this out. Now, the good thing about your emails is that you're going to get direct links to where these things are. And as long as they've published in the Facebook group, then it will become visible to you. And I'm just realizing, Harriet and I just discovered that MacBooks or Apple products do these weird random things when you're on live. So like, for example, if I hold my thumbs for a long time, fireworks go off. And I forget what the other, like if I do a number 2, something happens. I think it's, oh yeah, it's balloons. Like these things were randomly happening in the live stream during the summit and we could not figure out how they were. So I'm sorry. I digress. Okay, where was I? All right, so we're talking about making sure that you're keeping to the correct posts. And I'm going to show you on the bingo page in just a minute where you can also find direct links to this. And I need some more water. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. Now, as far as the replays for the trainings, the replays for each day's trainings is going to last 24 hours. Now, we do this for a very specific reason, because we don't want you sitting on the sidelines and thinking, oh, I'll get to it. No, we want you to take action this week. You got 24 hours to watch the replay and do your homework assignments and turn in your bingo card. Now, if you still want access to the replays, you can get them. You can buy them. It is $79, and I'm not sure if we've got a link for that, but there's definitely going to be a link inside your portal. But here's the other thing. If you are on the fence or you're thinking about joining our monthly membership, we are going to be opening the doors this week. Oh, looky there. We do have a link for purchasing the replays. So, but I'm going to tell you a little pro tip. You might want to hold off on purchasing the replays, because if you join the membership this week, and we do have a special going on, then you get all of the replays for the camp included in your membership, so you don't have to buy them. All right. Now, we do have a camp special going on this week that expires at 6 o'clock Thursday. If you join the membership this week, you are going to get free access to my How to Organize Your Craft Supplies in Airtable. And now this is a course that I typically sell for $49. I don't hardly ever give it out for free. So if you have not picked that up and you're interested in joining the membership and you want the replays to the camp, this is a great week to do so. Those doors are open right now for the camp. So this is only available to our campers, you guys. It's cardmakersuccessmembership.com/camp-special. So if you're interested in that, go and check that out. And also, note to self, or other pro tip: the sooner you join our membership, the more bonuses you get. So we will be opening the doors Thursday to the public after our masterclass, and we will be offering various bonuses throughout the cart period. Every bonus I add later, even a year from now, you will get those bonuses included in your membership. So the sooner you join, the more bonuses you get. All right. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let's talk about our daily topics that we are going to be talking about during our training. So tomorrow, August 11th, is our basic supplies training. And we do have our basic supply list, if you will, in your portal, in your camp portal. But I want to make sure that I emphasize that not all of those items in those lists are required to attend this camp. As a matter of fact, you don't have to buy anything to attend the camp. Okay. And I recommend that you not go out and buy everything on that list, because some of those items are alternatives. So for example, I have 2 to 3 different recommendations for liquid adhesive. Do you need to go and buy all of those? No. Go and buy the one that you think is going to best suit you. You are definitely going to need adhesive to make cards, and I'm going to show you different brands and recommendations and stuff, but I don't want you going out buying all of that. Okay. The other thing is that I would recommend to wait until after day 1's training, so you get an understanding of what you need those supplies for, and figure out what you want to spend money on, what you already have maybe in your stash, and kind of get a clearer idea. Hint, that is going to be your day 1 homework. All right, now I want to show, and of course, this is the one page that I did not bring up, so give me 1 second. Oh, goodness. I want to show you guys where you're going to log into the portal. And this is going to be helpful also to note that current members of our membership do not need to join the camp portal because they get access to all of this inside your Card Maker Hub. All right, so I want to pull up the page, the login page, just so you guys can see it and know what it looks like. And here we go. Okay, let me pull that up. All right, let me go ahead and do a little screen share there. There we go. All right, this is what the camp portal looks like for non-members. Again, if you're already a member, go to your Card Maker Hub. You'll find all the information there. But this is the camp portal for all of our non-members. You'll use the same email that you use to join the camp. And if you've forgotten your password, then there's a link there to reset your password. Okay. All right, so I want to make sure that you got that. All right, day 2, we are going to be going over basic techniques. That's going to cover stamping, die cutting, heat embossing, and ink blending. I think if you can get those foundational techniques down, you are set. You can build upon that and learn all kinds of other things in card making. But those are kind of like what I consider your basic foundational training. Day 3, we're going to talk about composition and design principles. Now, basically, what this is going to help you do is put your techniques in practice, but then be able to put it into a card that looks aesthetically pleasing, that it doesn't look like an amateur created that card. It doesn't look like something that came from, one of your nieces or nephews or even your children in kindergarten. It's going to look professional and it's going to look well thought out and it's going to be pleasing to the eye. And you are going to be so proud. Oh, excuse me. My watch just went off for some reason. Yikes, that scared me. Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, so you're going to be so proud of these cards that you are just going to want to share them with your friends and family, and you're not going to be embarrassed, and you're not going to just kind of tuck them into a drawer somewhere. It's something that you're going to want to share. Day 3, after the training, we're going to do a little short behind the scenes of our signature program, the Card Maker Success Membership. So you're going to see behind the scenes on everything that's included in the membership, so you can kind of get a bird's eye view and, make a decision as to whether or not you want to join that program. Day 4, we're going to be putting all of our trainings together. We're going to be creating at least 1, if not 2 cards together on live. Now, day 4 in the evening at 7 o'clock, I'm also going to be hosting a masterclass training on my Create framework that I use when creating cards. And this is going to help you take your cards from basic to brilliant. So that is also a free training. We're going to go more into depth in the psychology of card making and that sort of thing, and how to figure out how to put your best foot forward. It's going to be an amazing training, and I hope you join me for that. All right. And then, of course, after that training, we are going to be opening up the doors to the membership, to the public. And so you'll get an opportunity to take a look at what that's going to look like. All right. Now, let's talk about bingo and prizes. Now, the more people who play bingo, the more fun it's going to be. So I hope everyone is ready to play some bingo. Now, we reward people for taking action. I mentioned earlier in this training session that we want you to act this week and not be on the sidelines. We want you to do the things that we're asking you to do in order to help you become successful. Now, there is something I do want to mention on the bingo page. If you have already downloaded your bingo card previous to today, you're going to want to re-download, because I just realized today as I was going through my notes that the bingo card was out of date. I made some changes to it, and I actually included days in which certain posts were going to become available to kind of help you. And we also changed the order in the bingo on things to give more people opportunity to get bingo a little faster. So go to stampmesomelove.com/bingo to download your bingo card. I'm going to give you a little screen share here, and I'm going to show that to you. Let me confirm that I still have that page up. I do. All right. So this is the bingo card page, or the bingo page. This is where you're going to get your bingo card. And if you've already downloaded it, delete what you have and go ahead and download again. All right, so this is what it looks like. We've got a little screen share of our bingo card. There is a link there for you to join our Facebook community. And then right here, we have two different downloads. We have one that is download your plain bingo card. This is where you're just going to download it and print it off. And then if you don't have a printer, but you want to be able to use the bingo card on your computer, then you can download a fillable bingo card, which means you open the PDF on your computer or on your phone, and then you can click on the bingo cards, the bingo squares, and then a little star will show up. I put a little note here that these bingo cards were updated as of today, and I think the time on that was probably around 2:30 today. So if you downloaded before then, you definitely want to go and re-download. Now, I've got two videos here. One is how to download the bingo card on your phone. And the other one is to how you can download it to your computer, and then how to mark it up. Like I said, clicking on the squares, and it'll come up as a icon, like a star icon. Now, people are asking a lot about how they're going to turn in their bingo card. So you can do one of two things. You can print out your bingo card and you can manually check it off like you would any other kind of bingo card. Take a picture of it with your camera and then upload that picture to that bingo card thread for that day. If you don't have a printer and you can't, print it out and take a picture of it, but you've got it on your phone or you've got it on your computer, then you can screenshot it and then also post that to the bingo card. Now, if you don't know how to do it on your computer or your phone and you don't have a printer, the only other suggestion I have for you is to go and take the file to Kinko's or FedEx or whatever it's called, your local Office Depot or Staples or whatever. Ask them to print it out for you. You're still going to have to take a picture of it. You're still going to have to upload it to our thread. If you're not able to do that, I'm sorry, you won't be able to participate in bingo. Okay? We've tried to make it as easy as possible for everybody to be able to participate. This includes international folks. So if you're international, we've got digital products for each day that you can win, and you're eligible for that. We do have a blackout bingo that is physical prizes. You're still eligible to play bingo with that, but if you win it, then we will pay the first $10 worth of shipping, and then you would pay whatever is extra after that, because we don't know. Shipping is various depending on where you are. All right, let me see. Am I still showing the screen? I am. Okay, so as we scroll down, we've got this little table here, if you will, and it spells bingo. All right. If we click on the little plus sign, little accordion thing kind of pops out there. This is going to give you direct links of where to go to do things. So for example, grab your workbook. That is something that is in the B column for you to mark off. So that's a really easy one. Just go and grab your workbook and mark it off. Sign up for the camp. You've already signed up for the camp. Mark that off. Go to this page and watch day 3 video. Well, that video is not going to be available until day 3, but there is the link to do so. And there is also a button at the bottom of B that says watch all daily videos. And here are links to all of those days. So this is basically kind of I don't know, I want to say a cheat sheet, but it's going to be a shortcut, if you will. I think that's a better term. Shortcut on where you can find the different things you need to do in those bingo squares. Each one of these is a bingo square. Now, there are some things that don't have links, and that sort of indicates something that you don't have to mark on. You don't have to post anything. You don't have to do anything. But for example, brainstorm what's holding you back as being a card maker. So this is just something you're going to do by yourself. You're going to reflect back. You're going to think about it. If you want to post something to this the square, you're more than welcome to, but you don't have to in order to mark that off. I do recommend that you do it though, because all of these squares are designed to help you become more successful in this week. All right. And so it's all about becoming successful, learning the basic training, the basic foundations of card making so that you can walk away knowing that you've got the basic stuff down and you are ready to build upon that. All right. So let me go ahead and remove that page. And let me see where we are. Okay, let me show you an example of the bingo card itself. Excuse me. And let's see, I'm going to go to this page. All right, here we go. So this is what the bingo card looks like. You will know if you're on the right bingo page because some of these squares, like this one underneath N, says on day 3 or after. This is the addition that we did this year to kind of help people know when they'll be able to post that. All right. This one says on day 2 or after, on day 4. So you'll know that you're using the right bingo card if you've got those specific instructions on day 1 or after. Okay. So if you've got a bingo card that you downloaded within the last couple of days, trash it, go and get your correct bingo card. I apologize. It just sort of slipped through the cracks, and I didn't realize that until today as I was getting ready for our kickoff call. All right, let's see here. Let's talk about the prizes that you can win. So I don't know, Harry, if you've got graphics. You do. Okay, perfect. Okay, so day 1 winner of bingo is going to win access to our Shaker birthday card class. That was a live card class that we did with our members not too long ago, and one lucky winner is going to win that. Day 2 is our Fancy Fold Valentine's Day card. I created the SVG that we used to create that, and we also used heat transfer vinyl on that card, so that one's a lot of fun. Day 3 is translucent ink blending. I absolutely love this card, and I hope you guys do too. And last but not least, day 4 is our paper towel magic class. This is also a live class that I did with our members, and we took basic paper towels, ink, sprayed them, and then die cut them. Oh my God, these cards came out so beautiful. And then we've got 3 winners that are going to win Blackout Bingo. So this is basically you're going to have all of the bingo squares blacked out, and 2 winners are going to win one of the mini ink packs from Catherine Pooler, and you get to choose which one you want. And then one lucky winner is going to win the 12x4 magnetic glass mat from Glassboard Studios. And Harry is a little fast on me. She jumped ahead. And our grand prize for the week is our 1-year scholarship to the Card Maker Success membership. Now, we do have an application link for that. And I don't know if, yes, okay, Harriet says she has it. Let's fingers crossed that we updated that link, because I'm thinking, did we do that or not? But in any case, if we haven't, we will update it. So the scholarship to the 1-year membership is not a financial needs base. Basically, we look for folks that have the right kind of vibe, the positive energy, a type of person that's very engaged in the Facebook group, someone who's always posting or commenting or helping or supporting. That's what we're looking for. We love to find those folks that just really definitely will get something out of the membership. So if you are thinking about that, then go ahead and apply. We will be announcing the winners to our scholarship during the masterclass. So definitely go and check that out. Now, I want to share with you guys basically what my goal is for you and for this week. My goal is for you to move through this camp to help you build a solid foundation in your card making. Now, I know a lot of you just are held up because you don't know where to start. You don't know what supplies you need. You're feeling a little overwhelmed, especially with all of the content that is out there on YouTube. And you just want somebody to kind of help you through that process. That's my goal for you this week, is that day by day by day, you are going to come away feeling a lot more confident and having a whole lot more knowledge about what you need to be spending your time on, what do you need to be spending your money on, and how it can be to be a successful card maker and feel that joy and energy and excitement when you pull out all those crafty, pretty crafty supplies and you make something with it. That is my goal for you this week. And so I look forward to seeing everything that you guys are going to be posting, everything that you're going to be learning, all of those aha moments that are going to be like light bulbs shining up in the sky as you go, wow, why didn't I think of that, right? Those are the moments that I crave and I absolutely love to do. All right, now I think we are almost done. Let's see here. One more second. Let me review my notes here. All right, so those are basically the important details of what we're going to be doing. And I do want to make sure that you know where to ask questions. So if you're having any questions about how to get into your portal or anything like that, that's definitely a question that you would want to ask support. So go to support@statemesomelove.com and we can help you get into the portal. All right. So if you're having trouble with your password or whatever, then just go ahead and email us. We're not going to be answering those kinds of support questions in the Facebook group. But if you have questions about card making in general, supplies, feel free to ask those questions in the Facebook group. All right, now what I do not want you guys to do is to DM and email other members. We want to keep this group focused on the card making topic of the day. And I need your help because a lot of times when we do these free events, sometimes we get spammers coming into the group. And how you'll know that they're spammers because they'll start to DM you, they'll start to try to email you, and just let us know. Please report them and we will take care of it. We'll remove them from the group. And also, please be positive. This is a learning place for us. It's a safe place for you to ask questions. There are no bad questions there's nothing to be ashamed of here. If you don't know the question or the answer to the question, please ask it as long as it's related to card making and the topic of the day. All right. Other thing I want to remind you guys is that we do have limited number of seats in those chats for those trainings. So be sure to get there early. The page should roll over an hour before. So there'll be plenty of times for you to sign in and get ready to go. There is a place for you actually to sign in, put in your email address, and that's going to give you access to the chat. So definitely go and do that before. Now, I do want to say that we inevitably have people who get to the page and they say, it says I'm too early and I know that it's time for the training, whatever. We have to set this up so that we can spend time on focusing on you guys during the training, not on focusing on making sure all of the pages are turned off and turned on. So basically, we employ a software that allows us to automatically switch those pages over at a certain time. If you've gotten to a page and it says, oops, you're too early, and you should be able to see the page at that point, it means that you have some sort of setting on your browser that's preventing that page from redirecting. Usually it's a pop-up blocker. Okay. So you definitely want to make sure that your pop-up blockers are turned off. If you turned off your pop-up blocker and it's still not switching over, then try a different browser, try a different device, try getting on somebody else's internet. We can't help you with that if that is the case. All right. We usually have a handful of people that get upset about this during our summits, because we do the same process during the summits, that we don't have to go and change links or switch on a page or turn it off when there are so many things going on at the summit at the same time. It's the same thing with camp. We've set this up in advance so that we can relax and enjoy and focus on the training of the day, not on, is everybody getting access to this page? Okay. So the software works. If it's not working, it is your internet. It is your browser. You need to check the settings of your browser. Okay. I've gotten off my little soapbox there. Okay. Harry, I'm going to ask you a question. Are we good to show that? Where do I find that page? Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to pull that up. And as I was typing or getting ready for today, I realized, oh, those links aren't updated. And that is definitely something that we need updated. Okay. So we have, just like we do on our our summits, we've got a page dedicated to the camp where you find all of the links. And that is the where do I find that page. I'm going to go ahead and screen share that for you guys. We're going to go over that. And where do I find that? It's going to look like this. All right. So that first link up at the top, obviously that is to register for the camp. Second link is for your camp portal. Again, members, you don't have to log into the camp portal because you have all of this access in your CardMaker Hub. If you want to watch the replay of today's video, you can click that link. This next row here is a link to the bingo card page that we've already showed you, a direct link to download the workbook, and a direct link to our schedule page. Then we also have direct links to all of the day's trainings. Now understand, if you click on that now, you're going to go to a stay tuned page, and that will flip over approximately 1 hour before the training starts. Now, these are all of the homework pages. These are direct links to the homework posts inside the Facebook group. They're going to be published at 1 o'clock each day. So right now, if you go to any of them, you're not going to be able to see them. If you go tomorrow, let's say 4 o'clock, you won't see day 3 through 4, but you will see day 1. And then we've got our direct links to our bingo pages, and those are all posted at 3 p.m. each day. We've got those bingo call to action posts, and those are going to be listed right here. And Harriet, can you make a note? Let's go ahead and put in the date and time that those are going to be posted, so people don't get confused with that one. So let's go ahead and update that. All right. Our next link here is how to apply for the scholarship for the CardMaker Success Summit. Those applications will close at 12 p.m. on Thursday, so definitely get that in. Also, it's always a good idea to register or apply for those earlier in the week, so you have more opportunity to show us in the Facebook group the kind of member you want to be, and it gives us a better chance of being able to spot you. If you want to purchase replays to the camp, you can do that there. Again, if you join the membership, you don't need to purchase the replays because you'll have that already included. Here is a link to my masterclass if you're interested in that. And then, of course, if you're interested in joining, and that price is incorrect, Harriet, that needs to be $25. Our current price is $25. So if you join before 6, and that's April 17th. Well, that needs to be changed as well. If you join before 6 o'clock this Thursday, then you will get the how to organize your craft supplies in Airtable for free. We will be manually adding all of those bonuses on Friday. We don't have a really good automated way to do that. So if you haven't gotten access to it and you've already joined, then just wait until Friday. We'll be uploading all of that. Now, here is a place where you can find all of the basic supplies. This is what we're going to be going over tomorrow. So we've got different categories of supplies. We've got cardstock, we've got adhesives, we've got ink, we've got blending tools, we've got card making tools and embellishments, and then also some cleaning supplies. And then of course, a little information about me, and then some FAQs if you are interested in the FAQs for the camp. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Perfect. Let's see here. I think that is it. It is time for questions. So I'm going to let Harriet go ahead and go through the chat, and let's answer some questions that you might have. So be sure to type in the word question in capital letters and then your question. And that way it'll be easier for Harriet to find those. And I'm going to look as well. Let's see if I can find any. All right, I'm going to, let's see what this one says. Did you paint the turtle behind you? Yes, I did, actually. It's over, no. Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. Thank you. Yes, I did paint that. All right, another question. You know, I must have been very, very thorough because I don't see a lot of questions. And I'm assuming Harriet is looking as well. Just give me a second. I went from the top coming down. Oh, let's see. Question. Oh, here we go. How are you supposed to contact our accountability partner? So what I would do is I would post in the Facebook group that you're looking for an accountability partner and see who comments down below. We will probably have a lot of those posts over the next couple of days, and that is totally okay. There's not really a good way to you know, reach out without DMing, and I really don't want you guys DMing each other. So just post in the Facebook group. Also, you can also ask in any of the chats if anybody's looking for a accountability partner. You might find somebody on a chat. You can just, you know, tag them at whatever their name is. But that's a good way to try to find an accountability partner. If you already have an accountability partner that you already kind of hang out with, you can just tag them in the group. All right, if I signed up through a content creator, will everything still come through my email? Yes, it will. We had some folks that were helping us share the word. How many presenters will there be? Just one, me. All right. Will the masterclass be recorded? Yes, it will, but we have a limited time on the replay. I think the replay ends Saturday at midnight. How can we save our bingo card online with the stars on it? You can print it out like that, take a picture, or you can do a screen share and print and upload the screen share. How much is the monthly membership? It is $25 a month, or you can buy an annual package for $250 and get 2 months free. We'll talk more about the membership on Thursday, so I'm not going to answer a ton of questions about that today. And let's see, I see a question here, Harriet. What time is the camp for the next 4 days? Training is going to be at 1 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. Same time zone as New York, every single day, with the exception of, well, every single day at 1 o'clock, and then Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, we'll have the masterclass. All right, let's see. What if you don't have an accountability partner? Well, it means that you won't be able to mark off that square on your bingo card. But I would recommend reaching out and trying to find out an accountability partner, because this community is so great. And having somebody that's kind of like your crafty BFF that you can reach out to. Now, obviously, if you become accountability partners and you know each other you can DM each other. That's totally fine. You can exchange email addresses and whatnot. What I mentioned before was basically I just don't want people trying to reach out to other people unsolicited, because I just don't want to have any spamming in the group, if that makes sense. If I already use Airtable, do I still need to get the tutorial? Well, there are lots of ways to use Airtable. So I don't know how you're using it, but my system is basically a database for all of our supplies, and it allows me to search for my stash easily and be able to identify where I've stored it. So I don't know how you use Airtable. You might be able to figure it out, but why it might not hurt to learn how to do it somebody else's way. All right. In regards to cardstock supplies, do you have a way to offer more than 25 pieces, since we will be making a lot of cards? I think you're referring, if you're talking about if you purchase cardstock from us. I'm not sure if that's what you mean, because we're not offering cardstock to anybody as a part of the camp. But if you were purchasing cardstock, we do sell packs of 25 in the Nina Solar White, but all of our colored packs are 10. And no, we don't have any bigger packages than that. You could buy more than one package if you wanted to. That's always a way. My email is wrong for this. How do I fix this? So go ahead and email Harriet. But Carla, I think you're in the membership, so you have access to all of that in the hub. So I wouldn't worry about getting into the camp portal, because you've got access to it in the hub if you're still a member. What is Airtable? Airtable is a free software. It's kind of like a database, kind of like a spreadsheet had a baby, and allows you to enter things in text format. You can enter things in photos, which is what I do with my supplies. And it allows you to search really easily for different things. So I've got all of my supplies entered into Airtable, and I show you how to create the table, how to enter them, and how to search things fairly easily. So that's what Airtable is. It's just a free software. All right. Please show us the link again about where do you find that. Is that on the website menu? I don't know what menu you're talking about, but there is the link. stampmesomelove.com/where do I find that, with hyphens in between. I've got a question here I'm going to post, Harriet. This one says, where do you get your bingo cards? You go to stampmesomelove.com/bingo, and that's where you find it. Or you can go to the where do I find that page that we just had up, and you can find it there. All right. Let's see here. Looking. I'm seeing lots of people saying they need accountability partners. That's awesome. If I get an accountability partner, do I need to be at the live? You don't need to be anywhere live. It is helpful to be there live so that you can ask questions live and you can get answers live. But the replays will be available for 24 hours each day. So I highly recommend that you watch the replays when you can. Not everybody's going to be available when we do the lives. We've got campers coming in from all over the world. We've got folks that work during the day. So definitely you don't have to do anything. We recommend, if you can come live, that you go and come to the live. Does the masterclass cost? No, it is completely free. All right, let's see. How large is your database? I have no idea, to be honest with you, Sherry. Do not know. I've got lots of stuff in there. Do you post your bingo card every day or just if you get bingo? That's a really good question. Only post it if you've got bingo. And I have reformatted all of the squares so that everyone can get bingo at least on day one, as long as you've done the steps in the bingo card. All right. Let's see. Looking for more questions. Let's see here. I don't see any more. Why do we need an accountability partner? Because having someone be accountable, or you being accountable to somebody else, will help you be successful. It's going to help you get that push to actually turn in your homework assignments. It's going to be the person that, it's just kind of like when you decide you're going to go to the gym every day. Are you more likely to do the work if you have somebody that's going to show up at the gym and work out with you? Or are you really that self-motivated that you're going to do it by yourself? Now, I'm sure there's going to be lots of people that can do this by themselves. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people who are shy, just like I am. I'm introverted, and making new friends is really hard to do. But I really believe that having friends in this hobby just makes it so much more fun. So do it. All right. Do we use supplies from our own stash, or do we need to buy supplies from you? Okay. I'm glad you asked this question. So first of all, you don't have to buy any supplies. All right. This camp is not about you buying supplies. This camp is about introducing what I consider the foundational supplies you need in order to be successful. We have provided lists of different products that you might be interested in and an easy way to go and purchase them. Some of them I do sell on our website. Most of them you're going to find from scrapbook.com, Spellbinders, Amazon, all of those different places. Now, if you purchase through one of my links, or you purchase directly from our store, of course, I'm going to get credit for that. And that is not going to cost you any more. So for example, if I have shared a link on a product at scrapbook.com, and you click on that link and you go and buy it, then scrapbook.com is going to give me a little tiny percentage of that purchase. It helps us with these free events. But do you have to buy anything? No. You may already have all of the supplies you need in your stash. You don't need to buy anything. I don't know what you have. So I've provided a list of things that I think you might need, but you are ultimately the decision maker on what you want to buy and what you don't want to buy. I'm not here to make you go into debt, because it's very easy to spend a lot of money on this hobby. Trust me. Look at all those ink pads. And I really have a problem when it comes to full set syndrome. So anyway, that's another story for another therapist. All right. Let's see. Any other questions? I'm getting to the end. I don't see any more questions unless you see something, Harriet. All right. Well, I'm super excited that you guys are asking each other to be each other's accountability partner. I really think it's important. But do you have to do it? No. Let's see. Okay. I think that is it in terms of our questions. All right, you guys. Wow. We did that in just a little over an hour. So if you have any issues with any of the material, please feel free to reach out to us. If you're having troubles logging in, please feel free to reach out to us at support@stampmesomelove.com. Make sure you have added our email address to your contact list, so you be sure to get that email tomorrow. Otherwise, write down that where do I find that link, and you can find all of the links there. All right, you guys, I'm going to head out, and we'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Take care. Bye-bye.